How do we spot sellers that are more willing to drop their prices? In this video, I'll show you how to identify them so you can enter into your new resale property with a 100k gain from day one. Now, for most of us, our home search starts with hopping onto a property platform, looking for some units you like within your budget, and then arranging for viewings. Now, there are two problems with this. Scenario one, you either end up viewing a lot of units, get buyer's fatigue, and go for something you really like but at a premium price, or something that is not so ideal but is cheaper. Scenario two, if you are lucky, you may find a lot of suitable units within your budget, but then comes the dilemma: which do you offer for first? Now, knowing which seller has more room to negotiate is crucial because it not only streamlines your search, but it helps you prioritize which unit to offer for first so you don't miss out on better opportunities like being able to get a higher floor at a lower price than your downstairs neighbor. Let's get into the how. Here we have our first example, WaterBank at Dakota, which TOP in 2013 and is a short walk away from Dakota MRT. Now in 2022, there were two 3-bedroom units that sold exactly 1 month apart in the same block, same size. Now one was on the 9th floor and the other was on the 14th floor. So which do you think sold for a higher price? Now most of us will assume the higher floor sold for a higher price, but in this case, it actually sold for 100,000 less than the 9th floor. Now this is quite counterintuitive to what most of us expect. So how did it happen? To understand, let's look at the seller's entry price. The 9th floor owner bought the unit second-hand as a subsale for 1.85 million, while the 14th floor was bought directly from the developer for 360,000 less at 1.491 million. Which seller do you think will be more willing to drop their price? Now, naturally, the 14th floor seller had a larger buffer, and even selling 100,000 less was able to profit 689,000, while the 9th floor made 430,000. If you were a buyer looking for a unit there at that point of time, knowing the seller's break-even would have helped you get a higher floor unit for 100,000 cheaper than your lower floor neighbor. Now, this also helps create a safety net for your future exit. Wouldn't it be easy for the 14th floor to just sell at the 9th floor entry price in the future? When I share this with my clients, many of them then ask, does this mean we can only buy units where the seller bought first-hand from the developer? Well, not necessarily. Let's look at our second example, Aalto, which is right across the street from the beautiful East Coast Park. Now, earlier this year, there were 2 units that sold, same size, block and facing, and they were just 1 floor apart. In this case, similar to our first example, the lower floor, which was on the 8th floor, sold for higher, 330,000 more. Let's look at the seller's entry price for both units. Now, the lower floor, which sold for more, bought from a first-hand owner who purchased directly at launch for 4.164 million. The 9th floor, on the other hand, bought from an owner who purchased at resale for 3.65 million. This gave the 9th floor seller 514,000 more in buffer than their downstairs neighbor. In this case, the resale seller had a lower break-even price than the first-hand owner and hence more negotiation room. In conclusion, knowing the seller's break-even and entry price can help you determine how much negotiation room there is for a unit so you can create a safe entry price and future exit from day one. Do keep in mind there are other factors to consider besides price, such as layout and the supply of an area, among others. Hope you found this video helpful. If you require further analysis, you are always welcome to reach out to me at the following, and I'll catch you all next time.